Good morning, it's December 5th, and this is To My Liberal Friends. Well, the news about fraud in government programs is all over the news these days, and I'm sure everyone's now heard about the billion-dollar fraud scheme in Minnesota, something Governor Walz doesn't seem to care about. There are now reports that similar fraud schemes have been going on in California. It appears that government welfare programs are fraught with problems and are easily susceptible to those who would like to cash in on taxpayer dollars, and that's not something new. It's been going on forever. We all watched the debate in Congress over ObamaCare subsidies. It was the reason the Democrats shut down the government for a record number of days. So you have to ask yourself if anyone is watching the store to ensure that things are done properly and people seeking to cash in on the health care program are not abusing it. The Government Accounting Office, the GAO, is the watchdog for government spending. It stood to reason they would be looking at Obamacare with some interest. And they have. This week they issued a report that should concern everyone who's paying taxes. On Monday, they issued, quote, the Patient Protection and Affordability Care Act preliminary results from ongoing review suggest fraud risks in advanced premium tax credits persist, end quote. That's long form. They looked into it and found fraud. To give you the basic numbers, the report said that according to CMS, the government paid nearly $124 billion in tax credits to about 19.5 million enrollees in 2024. Quoting the GAO, the report says, quote, indictments from December 24 and February 25 highlight concerns about agent and broker practices in the federal marketplace. Specifically, the indictments allege that bad actors enrolled consumers in insurance through the federal marketplace by falsifying information on their applications. Additionally, according to CMS, the agency received approximately 275,000 complaints between January and August 2024 that consumers were enrolled in a plan or had their plan changed without their consent. Such practices can result in wasteful federal spending on APTC, that's the tax credits, for enrollees who are not eligible. Further, such practices can result in harm and unexpected costs to consumers, end quote. That's right out of their report. And in their report, the GAO said they conducted investigations into how easy it is to commit fraud. In September 2016, they found that federal and state marketplaces approved all of the fictitious applications the GAO made. Nearly all these fictitious applicants remain covered after the GAO sent fictitious documents or no documents at all. The GAO did another investigation last year, and this is their conclusion from that report. Quote, our covert testing of enrollment controls in the federal marketplace suggests weaknesses that have persisted since our test plans in years 15 and 2016. All four of our fictitious applications received subsidized coverage through the federal marketplace in late 2024. Additionally, although our work is ongoing, as of September 2025, 18 of our 20 fictitious applications for plan year 2025 were receiving subsidized coverage. We will continue to monitor the status of these applications during the plan year 2025. What that means is the insurance agents got their commissions and got paid, but they're not real people. And I cite this report because Congress is once again looking at what they can do with respect to the Affordable Care Act, which is Obamacare, and should they make some reforms. Chuck Schumer was on the Senate floor this week demanding that the tax subsidies be extended for 3 years with no changes. He will ignore the language in the GAO report that stated they estimate that the program has more than doubled from $53 billion in 2018 to $124 billion in 2024. That same report states that CMS paused certain anti-fraud controls in 2018. Republicans are willing to extend the subsidies to a degree, but they're saying they need to put some reforms in the program to stop abuse. They're also saying there needs to be some income limits, something the Biden administration lifted. Under the original program, you could get a subsidy if you made less than 40% of the federal poverty level. But with the income limits abolished, that meant people making up to $400,000 a year were getting a tax credit subsidy. I'm not sure that's what the program was intended. And if you want to fully understand what the GAO found in this amount of fraud, you can go to gao.gov and read the report for yourself. I think you would find that extending the subsidies without any change or reform is simply throwing money down the drain and allowing unscrupulous insurance agents and others to steal money from the taxpayers. This has been To My Liberal Friends. Thanks for listening.